All right. Perwadjyt. This is a map that I remember vividly. I think this is the end of like the very first chapter, the early tutorial. Could be wrong. I may not know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. This is
still struggle to unite
laid
the
out a
lands of
bit
the
differently.
Nile
Oh,
under
whatever.
one supreme ruler. To aid them in their cause, it is hoped that you will endeavor to establish a thriving community at Perwadjyt, in the humid delta region of Lower Egypt, thus spreading their influence throughout the length of the sacred river. To support a population larger than that of a village, you must learn to use agriculture.
Oh, we're gonna learn agriculture. Yeah, all right.
Soil deposited by the annual inundation of the Nile River for growing crops. The Nile can be hazardous, however. Many dangers lurk along its banks and in its waters, such as deadly crocodiles, hippopotamuses, and malaria-carrying mosquitoes.
Yeah, all right. So we need 10 modest homesteads and 600 population. Floodplain and farming. To feed your people in Perwadjyt, you must build farms on the floodplain. This is extremely important. This is the way we're going to be getting most of our food moving forward. In order to gain the benefits of the increased fertility, unlike most working structures, farms on the floodplain do not need access to employees, but do need a steady workforce of peasant laborers, not slaves, peasant laborers, supplied by work camps to tend their fields. Build work camps fairly close to floodplain farms, so peasants won't have to walk too far to reach them. Each year the Nile floods its bank, replenishing the depleted soil on the floodplain with rich, fertile mud. And peasants will harvest the annual crop just before the inundation and deliver it to your granary. Sorry, I was looking at something. Don't mind me. Because there is only one harvest per year, make sure your city has enough granaries to store a sufficient amount of food for your growing population. Yeah, this isn't laid out the way that I remember the original Perwadjyt map in the game to be laid out. If I recall correctly, like in the original game, this was like a peninsula, and you had like a little bit over here. I could be wrong about that. It's been a long time since I played this game, but all right. So yeah, we're going to just kind of start building here. I think we're going to kind of work at this intersection here. I think this is what my game plan is going to be. So we're going to have, like, let's see, 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 housing. And we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 housing. We're going to block this off. And we're going to put a water supply here and here. Yeah. All right, and then we want to get our food set up right away. So we're going to put a granary. Well, a granary over here. I guess that works as well as anywhere else. And then we're going to put some work camps here. We're going to put 2 of them down. That way we can get our food started immediately. So we have to put food out on this floodplain like this. And if I recall correctly, we can't like put down a road on like one of these corner pieces. It has to be straight on, like here, here, here. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. Over here doesn't work. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not so bad here, but I think it does become problematic later on. And we want to build these farms out as far as possible. That way, if we have some, like, really bad flooding some year, and by bad flooding, I mean, like, it doesn't flood much at all, then we still get access to fertility. So if we look at this, land is 89% fertile. If this land doesn't flood, this fertility will go down. And that's really important. That's really, really important to get that down. All right, so we're also going to put down our bazaars. That might be a little close. But I like the symmetry of it, so we're going to keep it. And we're probably going to need religion, too. We only have Osiris, so that's good. Only one deity. I mean, we might as well drop these in, right? We know we're going to need them. Okay. Alright, I think this is a nice little start. I think we're doing okay. So now we're just kind of hanging out until September, which is when the flood is. Then we'll get to see how that looks in the new era. Oh wait. Firehouse. Ooh. Firehouse? This is a little awkward, but it'll be fine. It serves our purposes. And we're gonna put the police over here by the granary. There we go. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. It all makes sense. Genius. Malaria is the most prevalent close to water and land. Malaria overlay shows which houses are more likely to succumb to the illness. Access to clean water from a water supply and insect repellent provided by a local apothecary. Hold on. Ancient Egypt. Insect repellent. Ancient Egyptians burned lamps filled with castor oil to ward off biting bugs. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. I don't know why I don't trust anything in this game anymore. Whatever, it's fine. That thing means we can build apothecaries, yeah? Yeah. We can just kind of throw a couple down, I guess. We'll plop one there and there. This hurts our desirability in this area a little bit. Like, if we look at our desirability overlay... Where is it? Where is it? Is it here? I mean, I guess it's not bad. Not highly attractive. Better than some, but not highly attractive. I mean, same. But I guess that's fine. Can I turn off? Okay, there we go. I didn't know how to turn off my overlay. Okay. All right. What's this? Disconnected entry. Building walkers spawn on exit points are disconnected. Well, that's because it spawns in the water game. Look, that's not my choice. That's your choice. You're just going to have to deal with that. Oh, that's really cool. That's a really smooth animation. I mean, it's very simple, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Okay. All right. Fair enough, game. So we did manage to squeak out just a little wee bit of food before the flood, which is nice. That means we have some housing. We don't have any access to beautification left. We just have a bunch of shrines we could plop down. We could plop one there. We could plop one there. Yeah. Alright, now we can also build a booth. That seems like a waste. A perfect inundation? Cool. Seems like a waste to just put a booth there. I feel like that really should be the festival square. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And where do we put the booth, though? Um... I guess we could just kind of... Yeah, we could just kind of do that. And we can put the juggler school over here. Let's get rid of this fire post, and we're just going to extend this out. And then we can just kind of rebuild the firehouse here. There we go. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Perfect city building. Big brain genius. Kinda. And we can also pull up the village palace right here as well. 11 out of 10 brain smart. Yes. Yes, very wrinkled brain. Much wrinkle. Such wow. It's a nice little town. I would live here. Well, okay. We may I may want to wait for the buildings to upgrade a little bit before I make such proclamations. I would totally live in this sandstone structure with a ladder going up to a misshapen roof. Totally, yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, we're just waiting for the harvest. What? Okay, it's April. Floods come in September. I guess we could speed up time a little bit. Just until we get the harvest done. I'm going to try. I'm going to... Wait, I changed my mind. Reset. I forgot to put down physicians. It's fine. We're okay. We don't need physicians. We don't need to protect the diseased people. We're okay. Yeah, so like that's the problem. Apothecaries don't actually protect from disease. They just protect from malaria. So you need more than just, let's see. You need more than just the apothecaries. You also need the physicians. You need both. Because otherwise everybody dies of the plague. Or everybody dies of the other plague. It's probably fine, yeah. Yeah, it probably is. We've only had half of our city wiped out by plague. What's the big deal, right? No biggie. This might not even be enough physicians. I might have to put a couple out on the peripherals, too. But we just got a whole bunch of food in, and that's good. That's very good. That should fill up the bazaars, and we'll have plenty of food for the year to come. That's another reason why I don't really like to fast forward that often, because I tend to miss things. And then, before I stop the fast forward, everybody dies of malaria, or the plague. Alright. Now that you've given your people basic food and water, you can enhance their lifestyles with other goods, such as pottery. Build a clay pit close to the water and a potter nearby. Make sure that they have access to labor as usual, and before long, a cart will deliver clay to the potter, who will then create pottery, and then it'll deliver to a storage yard. As well as any excess clay the potter doesn't need. 3 clay pits can usually supply enough clay for 4 potters. That's interesting. So, when I played the original game, I thought it was 1 to 2. Which means it would be 2 clay pits for 4 potters. 3 clay pits seems excessive for 4 potters. I don't know. I think we're going to try 2 of 4 and see what happens. Because I think the game's lying to me. Either that or they reworked some of the numbers. But I like my idea better. I think the game's lying. See, 1 clay pit and 2 potters. Maybe that's where I got it from. Maybe I just kind of assumed that extrapolated out. I don't know. Let's build a clay pit. We'll plop it right there. And we're going to do 2. And we're going to do 4 potters. I know the game says we need employees. We're going to get a large influx of employees when these houses all upgrade. So I'm not worried about that. And then we're also going to need a storage yard, which we can park. Ooh. You'll always have to make sure you have more population than job openings. However, not everybody in your city is able to work. Take a quick glance at your working population and unemployment stats by hovering over the population counter at the top panel. More information is also available from your overseers. Try to keep your unemployment below 10%. But make sure you always have enough workers. Pharaoh and New Era simulates an aging population, where only 60% of the 20 to 49-year-old are available for work. If you have trouble with this system, you can use the options to switch to a fixed worker ratio. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. In order to teach you to play with this mechanic, the option will affect this tutorial. Okay. Alright, we're going to only accept pottery here. You're going to see me do this a lot when we get to later missions. I always try to specialize my stockpiles. So I'll have 1 for pottery, 1 for beer, 1 for barley, 1 for clay, 1 for, you name it. You name a resource in the game, and I want to stockpile it, I'm going to have a unique storage yard for it. That's just kind of the way that I play the game. Sometimes if I'm short on people, I'll have like a finished goods storage yard and like a raw material storage yard. So like in this case, it would be a storage yard for clay and a storage yard for pottery. I don't like mix. It's like my food. I don't like my food touching. I also don't like my resources touching. All right, let's keep going then. What's your problem? Desirability. I have just a solution for that. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Shrine to Osiris? Oh, you have? Hooray. Congratulations. You too? Well, we can fix that. Yeah. Is this close enough? I think this is close enough. Perfect. Excellent. Big city. But yeah, I don't know. I was just really enamored by this sort of system when I was younger. And, I mean, obviously, there are some newer games that make it crazy complicated, like Dyson Sphere program, where you harvest a raw material, you take it to a specific place to turn it into a finished good, and then you store it or use it for something. And I mean, going back, that's probably how I got into some of these games, like Dwarf Fortress and RimWorld. Well, not so much RimWorld, I guess. But I mean, I guess kind of RimWorld. It's a city builder. You're trying to make Bad Apple on a Dyson Sphere? It's insanely hard. Probably. Dyson Sphere program is on my list of games. I don't know if I'll get around to it this year. That's another game that's just, it's going to take a long time to play it. So we will see. So unemployment is looking good at 2%. 242 of our workers. We're doing good. We're doing good. We may need more food. I don't generally like it when our food is low. Great job. You've got some industry up and running, and now you can think about making a few improvements to your city. Beautification can be used to make some neighborhoods more desirable, but making the areas surrounding them more attractive. Gardens, statues, and plazas. Several garden plots can be placed next to each other to form larger parks, but their appearance will be random. Place plazas on paved roads to enhance their appearance. This will be extremely important. Extremely important. We are going to be using beautification probably excessively. We're probably going to be doing it a lot. So the first basic thing is just to like turn all of your buildings, or not all of your buildings, all of your paved roads into plazas. That alone does a lot for your happiness. Also building statues, or to a lesser extent gardens right next to your cities. Alright, so the entertainment required to evolve houses gets higher and higher, so you need more entertainment buildings to make your houses upgrade even farther. In addition to some of the score provided by the visit of a juggler and later other entertainers, houses also get bonus points for depending on your general coverage. You can check the entertainment coverage in your Overseer of Diversion, a booth providing a perfect coverage for 600 people. You might find yourself in situations where a juggler from a single booth passes by houses accommodating way more people than that. Placing other booths will help improve the coverage and provide more bonus points to all houses in your city. Sometimes it's just what they need to evolve. Coverage from entertainment, education, religion, health all count towards your culture score. Houses also get bonus points depending on your general coverage. Okay, so you can potentially get a house to upgrade even if they don't have direct access to a specific form of entertainment. I think that's what this is telling me. Maybe not. But now we have to reach 600 population and 10 modest homesteads. It should be pretty easy. I think we literally just need pottery, which is also distributed by our wonderful bazaar ladies. Yeah. Everything gets distributed by these people. They are super important. But we have reached 600 population. We just need the 10 modest homesteads. And I think that's the next level up from the ordinary cottage. Yes. Yes. Are we gonna get the victory jump scare? Yeah! Alright.
Superb. Your own citizens are beginning to look to you as their caretaker, and neighboring cities also hail you as a provider in times of need.
It wasn't that jump scary since I know it was coming, but it's okay. We're gonna get our screenshot. I think something like that would be good. Yeah. And let's go to the next mission.